I'm always looking for new ways to make my job easier, so I picked up this 15-pound soda blaster from Harbor Freight. I'm going to show you how to use it real quick. So some quick things real quick. This soda blaster operates about 90 psi and it's got a few settings. You can adjust your media or your soda here, and it's got a gauge so that you can regulate your pressure on the input. And then this tank here, you just fill it with a funnel with the soda right there. And they also sell this at Harbor Freight. This was a 50-pound bag. It was $44 for the 50-pound bag. I'm not sure how long it lasts. I've been testing it out and messing around a little bit. I swept the garage floor up before I went ahead and started using this. That way, I just wanted to see if I'd be able to sweep this up. I think I'll get 2 or 3 uses out of this as long as I don't spray anything greasy down. And that'll work pretty good without clogging my system. Okay, so it comes with a rubber grommet. Make sure that's sitting right there. This siphon just drops right down into the soda, and then you just need to hand tighten this. The rubber grommet will seal it good enough and do the trick. And then my regulator slides right over here. It's just got a little plastic nut that goes down over the top of it. Time to put on the personal protection gear, earmuffs, respirator, safety glasses, and I've got some rubber gloves that are like mechanics gloves that I'm using. It all worked pretty well for me. I'm blasting this table leg here. It's just a little entry table. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. It felt like it was kind of soft, but the blaster did really well on those fine details. And then I just took an old hinge with layers and layers of paint on it and took those off. And then this is an old metal cupboard that Jamie painted a while back that we never sold, and I just wanted to see what it would do on this. I'm sweeping up on the floor here. I'm gonna see if I can reuse this. I think I can, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just scooping it straight up off the floor without doing any kind of sifting or running it through a sieve. In retrospect, after having done this, I'm definitely going to get like a little flour sifter or something that I can use for this, because it was definitely reusable, but I got a couple pieces of sawdust. You guys know my shop floor is not the cleanest. You've seen it. It's not good. But even with my dirty shop and being able to sweep up a few and just getting a little bit of sawdust in there, it sprayed pretty good after this, and I was able to reuse it. So I think I'll get 2 or 3 uses out of the soda without having to buy a new bag. I wanted to show you how fast the soda blaster works in real time. This isn't sped up at all. This is just me taking this varnish and staying right off of this little side table. It worked pretty quick. I had to go a little longer down in some of the cracks, but it was really zipping it right off. I was skeptical about how well it would work on wood, but if I moved the air hose consistently, it worked really well and didn't take off too many of the wood fibers. But I'll discuss that in a little bit here. I'll tell you about what I found with that. Okay, consensus. I actually like this little blaster quite a bit for how big it is. It does a lot of good things. I particularly like the way it worked on the hinges. It took that right off with minimal effort, and this is probably years and years of paint. This hinge came off of a door out of a house that's probably close to 100 years old. So applications like that, hardware that might have a lot of gunky paint on it and you just want to start over. I know Jamie and I paint a lot of hardware just to get our nice blended finishes, but sometimes you got a color on there that you don't want coming back through. I like the ease of blasting it off like that. It was really easy and quick. One of the things that I liked is it worked really well in the details and the routed edges on that table and the leg. I'm gonna have to do some more practicing with it. I did gouge it a little in some areas, almost just like holding the sander in one spot for too long. It just keeps removing material. I think I can fix it pretty easily with a little bit of sandpaper. What I did really like though is that on the softer parts, it was almost giving me that scraped effect. If you watched my table build video that I did for our kitchen, I used a wire brush to scrape out the soft, pithy wood fibers. And that was doing this on here if I left it in one spot for too long, which gives you that old aged weathered look. So if I was just going back with stain and wanted to get that old look on a new piece of wood, it would work great to do that. You just take this to it and pull out some of those fibers till you have it how you want, and it works great. So lots of applications. I like it. I'm not going to be using it to sand down an entire piece of furniture. It would probably take too long. A traditional orbital sander is going to work great for that. But to get the hard to reach places, or to do something like this, the metal or hardware, it's going to be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check the description box down below. I'll have a link for the soda blaster and where you can get the soda from, as well as a bunch of our other products that we use in our website. And if you want to follow us on social medias, the links are down there, so make sure you're checking that out. Also, be sure to hit that notifications bell so that you don't miss any of our live videos or upcoming videos. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more DIY.